seek to find is a world that's mine. Need a place to hide. Will you free my mind? Follow the light of a world that's blind. In your eyes I see there's a place for me.
And welcome back, homies, to another season of the NECC week numero dos. I am Ravishing Rappers, was Ravishing the Internet, joined here by my side by the big homie Paul. What's going on with you, man?
Dude, I'm doing great. It's good to be back on the mic. It's good to be back for more collegiate Valorant. We got a big semester ahead of us and a lot of competition, Ravish. It's gonna be great.
It is indeed. I like the production put my entire government name here. That's great. It's just perfect. Just thank you for doing that. This is who I am. Find my address, please. Yeah, but like you're saying, it's gonna be great. And you want to come over, find my address, and talk a bit more about Valorant, and you don't know much about it, well, we do have a video for you. In fact, you want to get, talk to me about it, talk to your friends about it, or anybody else who may not know what's up. We got a smaller video to show y'all how you can get your friends into Valorant. Let's go take a look at that right now.
So your kid plays Valorant. So your partner plays Valorant. So your cat has started to play Valorant. If any of those apply to you and you have no idea what you're watching when you watch their matches, then you are in the right place.
Welcome to Spectator Mode, the show that helps parents, partners, and friends understand the games their esports players won't stop playing. We break down the action, explain the lingo, and give you just enough knowledge for your player to be impressed.
So what is Valorant?
Valorant is a 5v5 game, which means one team has 5 and the other team has 5. One team attacks, one defends. For attackers, their goal is to try to plant a bomb, referred to as a spike, on a specific designated area on the map called the site. Each map has at least 2. Attackers can win by planting the bomb and it going off, or by eliminating everyone on the other team. Now, defenders try to stop them. Pretty easy. Either kill all of them, don't let them plant, or, if they do plant, defuse it before the bomb goes off. First to win 13 rounds wins the game. However, if both teams get to 12 wins at the same time, they go into what's called overtime. Now, in overtime, both teams swap between attackers and defenders each round. They have to win an attack and a defense round back-to-back in order to end the overtime and win the game.
Now, before the game starts, players will choose an agent.
Currently, because this game is very ever-changing, there are 27 different agents. These agents are categorized into 4 categories: duelists, initiators, controllers, and sentinels. Duelists are the attackers. They're the sharks. They're gonna go in and get all the eliminations. Initiators like to mess with the enemies so their team can push onto sites safely. Controllers block vision and control space, smokes, walls, etc. And sentinels are natural defenders. They heal, hold angles, and watch your back.
Now, money.
Every round, players earn credits. They use these credits to buy guns, armor, and agent abilities. If you win a round, you'll get more credits. Lose a round, you'll still get some, just less.
Now, this is why you might hear your Valorant players say something like, "We're full buying," which means they're gonna buy as much as they can to secure the round win. Or you might hear them say, "We're saving," which means they're broke, can't buy anything. And that's your little crash course on Valorant.
Wow, that was fun. I learned so much. Paul, did you learn something today?
I mean, hopefully you and I would already know most of that, but it's good for everybody who maybe is turning in for their first ever Valorant stream. You didn't? Okay, well, hey, that means the video is a success, Ravish, because at least one person got something out of it, and that's you, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man. Also, big shout out to Kylie for making that. Some more content over here as well too. We hope you all enjoyed it, like you're saying, and you can enjoy a bit more of that because after the video, hopefully you learned enough to be able to watch along and understand what you're about to witness with your very own eyes as we get into our games today in just a little bit here, Paul. Because we've got 2 fantastic teams right here in Collegiate to go head to head once again on another week of Collegiate Valorant.
Yeah, we are here in Division 4, and we've got Illini Esports Blue versus Purdue Black. I almost went to Purdue University, actually, back in the olden times, you know, back.
Hey, wow.
And the long time ago of 1 decade ago when I was going into college.
Yeah.
We've got 2 excellent teams, 2 excellent rosters, but 2 teams both hungry for a first win. Last week, didn't go so hot for these 2 teams. Both of them lost. Purdue dropping their game to Minnesota State Mavericks, and Illini with a very close match against Georgia Tech White. So both of them are going to be looking to pick up a win, Ravish.
Exactly so. And I found because it's early in the season, teams are still, figuring out what they're about, stuff about their teammates, just getting good vibe checks on both of them, right? As we see both rosters right here, right below us, which is fun, right? Yeah, which is Purdue that has Jack, Vito, Dex, Mr. Moskovich, and Armor. What do we have here on Illini, Paul?
Oh, we got Chico, Davey, Swag Puppy, which is a great name, NZ3, and Sai Gucci. I like how we have both of them. So the producers have decided for us. You're rooting for Purdue here, Ravish, and I'm going to root for Illini. That's how it works, right?
Exactly, yeah. Because we want to ensure that we're biased. Yeah, on this cast, 100%.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely biased casters. But if we're both biased for the other team, then it's cancels out. It's multiplying by a negative, Ravish.
Yeah, because that's how math works.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Anyways, but I'm not gonna there to think about that too often as we let's get into the game a little bit, right? Because we have rosters though, but we do have to take a couple of seconds to talk about where they'll be going, right? We do have our picks and bans for our maps naturally, and that's gonna be the best part, of course. With Corrode and Lotus gone, we're going to Haven, Bind, and Abyss, Paul.
Abyss as a decider map will be a harsh deviation from the first two. Again, for anyone who's maybe tuning in for their first Valorant stream, we have in the pool at any given time, we have 7 different maps. These are the places where we play the game. So it is a best of 3 series here. Win 2 maps, you win the series, and you go home with a smile on your face, or maybe you're already at home because that's how esports works a lot of the time. But then you, I guess, leave your computer with a smile on your face. So our first map is Haven, which was Illini Esports Blues pick. Then we go to Bind, and if nobody's won by then, if we're a tie game, then we have Abyss at the very end.
Exactly. Now, and I find if we're looking at maps overall too, right? Haven and Bind were very accustomed to at the beginning of the game. Haven and Ascent are usually the 2 maps we see in collegiate a lot. So and Bind can be a fun surprise and a good fun third decider, right? Because it's just comfort a lot of times for these teams and players who've been playing since usually beta more often than not. But it's nice that we get to spice things up a little bit with Abyss too. And Abyss is a very interesting map. It can be and usually is very one-sided based on how the map is, but we can talk a bit more about that as we head towards that map. Though for now, we're on Haven, which I find has a decently half percentage, depending on how the teams play, for being, you know, I would say attacker-sided, because once again, as you saw in the video, usually, you know, sites have 2 sites. Usually maps have 2 sites. This map has 3, so it makes it harder.
And that makes Haven a very dynamic map, right? Teams are going to be moving around all the time. Rotations are going to be extremely important. How your team gets around the map, which side they choose to go for, and how much information they can gather before they decide to start fighting the opposing team is all going to be extremely important. Then we're going to go to map 2. Bind is going to be a lot more static, but we'll get to that when we get to Bind. Haven, I'm interested to see what compositions we roll out here on, because of course this is collegiate. You can't just play the classic, right? The standard composition, Jet, Sova, etc., right? But at the highest level of Valorant, we've been seeing a lot of new adaptations, especially throughout this year. Some double duelists, some ISO, Yoru. A lot is very playable on Haven, and I think it's going to be a really good litmus test for these 2 teams as we learn more about the styles of them both.
That's the cool thing about Haven, right? Is that it is the map I find with the most flexibility that we've seen through every level of play on Valorant, which is the best part, right? Especially when it comes to your duelist picks, right? You can just really bring in whoever you want to. Now, I have recently become Waylay pilled. I think Waylay is dope. They, as an agent, are very fun to watch, right? The old refractability and the fact that you can actually have, you know, like movements, options, and the ult isn't bad. And sets up for your team to be able to actually refrag off you and trade off you if you're able to do so. But Waylay Yoru will always be fan favorite for me personally, though. Nonetheless, for now, I believe we have a minute or 2 until we get into the game, Paul. So, you know, let's say you and I just, you know, take a short break. How about that? Or talk more about it. Yeah? You know what?
Yeah.
Let's take a short break. You know what? Give us like 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Sit in your seat. I promise. We'll see you soon. Thank you. See you. Okay. Bye-bye. Yeah.
colder when I'm older than I am. And I know you know that I have lost composure, but I'll hold you closer while I can. I never told you that I'm slightly broken, that I might lose focus when I am. I know you know that life gets colder when you're frozen over like I am.
Hey, sorry about that. Well, we're back right there. So only a couple of minutes. I hope you
go.
enjoyed your time and your stay. We'll get right into game in just a minute. I'm Rivers. This is Paul. Let's get it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. There we go. Perfect. All right,
That's
and
it.
that'll be it
There's
for the
nothing else.
No.
We're done.
No,
We're
that's
not talking
We need to actually
anymore.
get started. Thank you all for bearing with us through a quick pause. We just had some player technical issues that we got to make sure everybody's headsets work, everybody's keyboards and mouse, and everything's good, so that everybody can get into game, have a good time. And now they're all good. So we're good. We're going to get into Haven here. And like we were saying before the break, I think Haven is going to tell us a lot about both these teams here. Because Haven is sort of the map where you can do a lot, almost anything, really. And you also kind of have to do almost everything, right? Like, it's a map that you very much need to be good at rotating with your team. You need to be good at getting information. You need to be good at holding sites. You need to be good at retaking sites. Every single skill you can think of as a macro that you need for a team, got to come together and have that if you want to win a map on Haven.
Indeed, you do, my friend. And so, with that, we should be seeing who they're playing on both these sides. And we were talking about the Jet Sova and also ISO Yoru. Oh, we're getting fun. Let's go. I'm
There we go. We have, like I said, we're going to learn a lot about these two teams. And right off the bat, we've learned Purdue Black wants to go for a more traditional approach. This is an older composition, but a very well-rounded composition. This is the comp that can do anything you need it to. You have the Cypher that's going to be very good at anchoring your sights. The Jet and the Breach are going to work very well together at going in fast and taking space. The Omen is going to help the Cypher kind of control, but also has that paranoia for the front line to blind people, and the Sova is your information gatherer. On the other side of things, a little bit different. A lot of similarities, still the Sova, Omen, and Cypher, but a more aggressive combo at the front with the Yoru and the ISO.
Exactly that. Now, like you were saying, Purdue is one of the compositions that's been ran since the game came out. Like,
Yeah,
this is the
that's-
comp that
that's the
Vision
comp.
Strikers won on, and they ran and they won their like 40 game win streak back when Valorant started in Korea. On the other end, Illini is running the ISO Yoru, which was popular just last year a lot more so when ISO was way better, and also his double tap was disgustingly broken. But nonetheless, though, this pick composition that I like to see should be really fun to watch, though. Firepower and more. Let's get into our first map of the evening between these two. I'm excited, Paul. Let's go.
Oh, I'm exceptionally excited. And I'm very interested. I think Illini Esports Blue, this first half, you were talking about how Haven can lean a little bit to the attack, but it really depends on your composition, right? And Illini, I'm going to be real with you guys. Let's have a good attacking side, because if these first 12 rounds don't go well for Illini Esports, I worry about their defense.
Yeah, it's not going to be deeply ideal, but we'll see what transpires, though, as we have just a full triple stack in a lobby. Just a quick taps and checks so far with all five meandering around them. They started actually on the other end. Purdue's gonna actually take out the tripwire on the other end to C. So they take out the flank watches to push up. Maybe a 2-for-1 by the end of it. Moskovich will do his due diligence as rotations come into A.
Really nice default there from Illini. A default meaning they just sat back and watched every angle of the map to see what their opponent would do. They caught Purdue Black pushing out a little bit too early, a little bit too fast. Not enough information on that one. And now Purdue Black are in some trouble. Not only have they given up a lot toward A, but Saiguchi has just completely crept onto the C site and is now calling the entire team over to rotate and plant the spike.
This is interesting because Vito was actually watching to the entire time, because as you pointed out before, he actually pushed to take out the trip for the flank watch, but instead comes around, lets the team know. Saiguchi manages to get one more, and 4-2 right now for Purdue Black. You're hoping to maybe get 1 to 2 picks, but to bolster Eco, but things get tougher as you go along, though. Dex will get one of theirs, but with NZ3 not looking, they lead them to delay Chico Man to try to find the final, and the decoy will point out where Dex is. Should only be a matter of time before they are taken down, as the rest of the team's all playing back sites. Yoru is flanking all the way around, though, but Dex will take his chances.
Illini Esports are doing a very good job of playing safe. Oh, this is a bold rotation. I don't think Dex is going to have the time for this one.
You have to die, brother. You have to. Okay.
Chico will get that one wrapped up. And it'll be a win for Illini. Just a very solid first round from Illini. Oop, little oopsie at the end there. Saiguchi dying to the spike. That's okay, though. Now, Illini, they're going to get to go on to their anti-eco round. And Purdue Black, they're not going to have much, so just pistols for them, and much better weaponry for Illini Blue. And I'm interested to see Purdue Black. Yeah, it looks like since they're on an eco, look, they're all posted up towards B in the middle of the map. They're going to go for something aggressive here, Ravish.
Oh, I mean, they have to, right? Because they know it's either you play default and you just all die to the spike, or you try to rush them and get as many picks as possible. If I'm Swag Puppy, I want to take that outlaw right to B and farm as many ecos as possible. But we'll see if they managed to at least pick somebody out, though. B-side was actually taken. Vito left alone at the back. Just not a right click. Anyone that can't do this smoke spike. Not gonna just yet, though. Guess one. That's big. So that's Ala taken out. So no one taps. Nonetheless, though, NZ3 will take 2 more, leaving them in a 2v2. This isn't too bad for Purdue Black. They do tons of damage. Moscovici with 1 more left on 1v1. Again, Swag Puppy has a gun in their hand. Fast reload. This is crazy. A bonus here would be so massive for Purdue Black. And they clutch it. Moscovici takes them to 1.
Really nice there from Moscovici at the very end. But that whole round opens up because of Vito. Vito does an excellent job holding the site. The second that Owl Drone comes out from NZ3 on the other side, Vito waits for the timing, uses the sound cue to sneak into the smoke, doesn't get spotted by the drone, and is able to get that first pick, which not only, I mean, it's a pick. Hey, if you trade 1 for 1 in an eco round, you're happy about that as Vito, but it also threw a giant wrench in Illini's gears. Now Purdue Black, they're going to be the ones with all the guns, and it's Illini on an eco instead. Tough for them. And we do have a pause. I think we have a tech pause here. We might have a resurfacing of a little technical issue from hopefully everybody's headset is good.
Yeah, that's it. It'd be nice. Everybody's mic is working. Everybody's fridge is running. You know, be really nice. Don't give me that
You
face.
say fridge is running?
Yes.
You better go catch it, man.
You know what's insane? I actually got hit with that last week. An unknown number texted me, "Is your fridge running?" And I texted back things I can't say on broadcast.
What's the other classic one? Oh, it doesn't even work anymore because that product doesn't get sold. And I don't know if that product is broadcast appropriate.
You're 40, bro. You gotta stop.
I'm not. I'm not. It didn't. I think it was old when I was a kid, and now it's just unknowable.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, I don't even remember. I might remember if you said that name, but it's like, point is, look, the bonus is cool. They managed to swing that. I will admit that it was it was a unnecessarily, I want to say, like, it encourages a slow take, especially on a bonus when you're looking at an A side that was quite open. They could have just, walked in double flash alongside shield and they'd be like, okay, cool, all 3 angles cleared. I guess we hold this, but. Which is why checking and holding and seeing corners is really important, Paul, so we don't die to classics.
Yeah, gotta clear your corners. And now, I mean, the job gets much harder for Illini because they just won't have that weaponry. They're going to be behind for, honestly, probably quite a while. And it seems like they're changing up the pace this round. The first 2 rounds, they seem to go slow, but they're all ready to sort of just sprint through grass and into garage. Now, there is a trapwire garage, so if they go too fast here, they're going to get caught.
See if they use drone to clear garage and take out the trip here as well, but early smoke will just, they're going to start his contact up through B, but Armor should be ready for anything though. Paranoia at the ready, and Flash alongside Clone. Paranoia out through main. So for anyone they can, the shield is enough. It won't die to the util second. They're not going to be able to be traded away. And we're in for possibly another trade. Another perhaps thrifty to the side of Illini.
Bouncing back and forth there. Yeah, those smokes unfortunately weren't ideal. Nice work from Vito though. Again on his way to clutch the round.
Yeah, a decent start. Still a 2v3. Guys, non-recovered at all. Beautiful flash to set up. Vito taking 3 for the round. Leave them in 1v3 and now on the outside. Vito, quick scope in. Giving him 4 and ensuring Purdue clutches.
Yeah, that got very dicey very quick for Purdue Black, but good work from Vito. Just solid on the gunplay. A little bit dicey, honestly. When you have the superior firepower, your guns work at longer ranges usually. So that smoke that you would normally throw to cover B and stop the attacking team from entering B easily actually can bite you pretty quickly because it lets them walk all the way up and get into close range. We saw that from the Omen player on the B site. Armor was able to get up in their face and had a better gun and was almost able to stop the spike plant, but suddenly was fighting 4 players at close range, and even with the better gun, that's hard to do.
It is indeed right. Now though, falling out even standings on both sides. Ooh, Chico Man. Taking out the main threat from the previous rounds. Nonetheless, though, it's just 1 pick to open it up as we are looking for a bit more of a default again. Over through a Vito. Continuing his streak. Making it 1 that no theft. Pinging out everybody Illini want to rethink their plans.
A 1-for-1 trade, especially on a map as big as Haven, will eventually favor the attackers, though, just because Purdue Black will struggle to get information. Oh, someone's swinging out at the very end. Chico actually mistiming. The Owl Drone does get spotted. And with the Yoru being spotted, you can be pretty confident that the opposing team is coming to A, although he could teleport back across the map. But now you see the gate crash onto the site, too, and you got to be at the ready.
Exactly that. No heavy control this time. They're both holding bottom side a bit, so luckily hoping to pop open over for a flash, and there's also the aftershock as well to slow them down. Leaving them in 4. The rest of the team now is here. Like you're saying, the flank is looking to sandwich them. They're going to have to take the side before that comes in. Paranoia is clean. Armor takes 1, but it's not enough. As the flank is the only one left. Vito. Can he pull off a 1v4 once again? Watch it not.
Yeah, the flank should have been the win card there for Purdue Black, but I think they actually get a bit too eager. You can see just how good this composition is that Purdue Black is playing at potentially stalling, right? It's one of the great things about having such a well-rounded composition. You have the Breach, which has a tremendous amount of stall. Then Armor came through with the Paranoia as well. But when the stall ran out, they decided to go for a fight instead of trying to contain a little bit more and waiting for Vito on that flank. They get overwhelmed on the site, and suddenly Vito's left alone on a 1v3. Even the best flank in the world is going to have a hard time winning that one.
Indeed they are. And you see, look, when you come to, you know what, I was thinking of a really stupid accent joke, thinking we're not going to do it, bro. We're not going to be friends right now. Point is, they're going to just, they're going to actually gamble stack over towards A instead. Kind of reading that they're going to default towards and likely push in, as the A is a favorite side of teams like this to just look to rush in, but a slow play this time will make them second guess their options.
Purdue Black, though, not grabbing any information aggressively on the map other than that Cypher, the Cypher cam all the way down C long. With a cam so deep in C long, you should be pretty confident that the play is going to go to A eventually, but Purdue Black, they seem to have misread this. They think it's coming up toward B, even though they've got no noise, no information in the middle of the map, and they've completely abandoned the A site.
Yeah, because like you're saying, the Cypher cam is up by seats, so with all of them moving over, especially with Breach playing on kind of a swivel, waiting for the rest of the team to come in, they should realize that with the anti-info that A has to be the taken. There we go, as both smokes come in, it should all to fly. They're not to play full retake right now on the sites, as Spike should go down. All 5 of Illini on A.
Decent damage from the shock dart there from Dex, but it's going to be, yeah, a 5-player retake, and you're going into the Hunter's Fury as well. That Silver is going to tuck in A long and just rely on everybody else to stall. Even if Illini trade decently here, they should win this round.
And after that Chico man first, they're going to TP out right away after a couple of whips. It's actually the players live, 2 offside, 2 on. Swag Puppy, clean 2 at the bottom of hell, but Davey there waiting for the trade, and Chico man on the outside. All 3 crucial angles covered, meaning Purdue Black will not get anything.
Illini just completely suffocating the information game right now. Purdue Black are not happy when things don't happen in the first 30 seconds of the round. They get very antsy to start moving around, and Illini are doing a great job of letting Purdue Black overthink themselves. At the end there as well, I mean, Davey was in a great spot. Even if Chico had died, or even if Swag Puppy doesn't trade so phenomenally on the site, that was still going to be a very hard round for Purdue Black to win. And this one, too, I mean, now they don't even have good weaponry.
Exactly, so it's a bit tougher though, and finally the seeds hike that they were hoping for and waiting for does now all come in. The ISO also tried to look to get one, I believe. He did manage to grab one, being Vito previously, and it's a clean shot for Swag Puppy. Comes out the ult as well, not traded, meaning that with 2 quick gone from Purdue, they'll have to wait on the outside. And if I'm then, I choose to just die to Spike, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's the best call, right? Every time you die, you give your opponent 1 more orb towards their ultimate. You don't really want to let that happen, so Purdue Black, you can see they're sort of just playing on the fringes of the site.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, Moscovici trying to go for a little something there, but not going to happen.
Yeah, at least got the body shot tag, right? But unfortunately with full armor will mean that it'll just be that, though.
Need the headshot on that one.
Exactly. Tough calls, but nonetheless, though, armor on the outside, hoping for an exit. Not gonna find it.
Poor armor.
Saw him crouched.
What were we saying about full armor? That looked like no armor to me.
Bro, he looks like somebody caught in the bathroom, like, oh no, you saw me.
Oh, man. Illini now up to 4, and they haven't had to use any of their ults yet either.
Yeah.
Still have the Dimensional Drift and the Hunter's Fury. That is a nasty combination of ults too. Illini, if they want, they can change up the pace and go for a very fast round using those 2 ultimates. And I think that might be the name of the game. They're changing their starting position for the first time ever. They're going to C. Now, Purdue Black have seemingly read this. They've shifted as well. 3 players, 4 actually on the C site. But that could just be more targets for the Hunter's Fury. You got to be careful in this first engagement if you're Purdue.
I really hope you Dimensional Drift first off. They'll dart and smoke as well. That's a massive dart, but it'll catch nothing at all. That's the clone again, and they're all just waiting to shoot at Muscovici, bro. It's a 4v1. 2 fall, no trade. Illini, a clever play at the start, but unfortunately with 0 backup, again they're playing 5v3.
Yeah, and I don't even think you need the ults here if you're Illini. Now you just muscle your way onto the site with overwhelming force. Vito has been clutched before. Hang on. Oh, okay. I started to see a world, but no, not quite.
He's not Chronicle, unfortunately. It's top man.
Nobody's Chronicle but Chronicle.
Yeah.
I like the idea there by Purdue Black. It's one of those, if it works, you look like a genius kind of plays, right? Because they go very aggressively, but they also use they throw in the whole kit and caboodle, right? I mean, the dash is used, all the flashes, the fault lines, paranoia, everything. So when Muscovici doesn't get, I don't know, 3 there, he's always going to get rolled over in the ensuing fight. So Illini Esports very easily just back it up, dodge the quick play from Purdue, and are in a great spot to keep running away with this game. Bladestrom is out for Muscovici now too. It'll pad this eco round a little bit.
Got him.
Nice shot too. But you need 4 more of those.
Exactly. And hey, I mean, it's not exactly an impossible discussion, but to have them line up 1 by 1 would be the hardest part. Shouts out the cam. So denying the info for Illini as to where they might want to try to pursue their actions. A has been the default, and B hasn't worked out. But I'm assuming they'll probably looking for like an ace build currently. Oh, that's unlucky.
Really nice from Saiguchi there. Crouched to dodge the typical crosshair placement. If Saiguchi had just been standing there, he would have been dead.
Yeah, but with that pick, they'll choose to just flood him through C once more to 4v4 this time. There's a Hunter's Fury as well to hold off the spike plants. Lots of Paranoid to get them in as well. To get 1, Swag Puppy taking first entry, second there. With no one there for the trade, taking 2, and no one shoots him out. He's right into the open, but Saiguchi caught as he jump up. Davey luckily right at his back. Ensuring garage control stays in their favor. And Armor, once again, same angle. Brother, he's still there. Unfortunate.
Illini have just been doing such a good job of playing just consistent Valorant. They know what they're looking for and know what to do once they get what they're looking for. Saiguchi waiting for Muscovici to overextend out of garage, and the second they get that pick, hey, that's the garage player and we have better guns. They just run, book it to the C site. They know that if they've gotten 1, they can take care of the rest, especially considering Muscovici was going to be the most dangerous that round with the Bladestorm and everything. Also, the Hunter's Fury used last round. Very bold from Dex. Now we're in a pivotal gun round. I mean, Purdue Black need to start putting rounds on the board for this half. And they won't have that Hunter's Fury. Still a Rolling Thunder, which is an excellent ult. But one less tool than we would like.
Yeah, I was waiting with Rolling Thunder last round for them to actually go in for a flood retake on C if possible. But after the Hunter's Fury, double investment ult might have been what they needed. But this taken nonetheless, though, might be the next ideal point. They could ideally set that up off site once they move for the plan to go down. For now, though, gonna use the fault line to slow them in A. And Illini wants to get cut off noise, hoping to draw rotations. And there's the Dimensional Drift to seek everybody out.
Hunter's Fury here, if he spots anybody, could be absolutely deadly. So Purdue Black have to get all the way back.
I'm back.
And they have to just give the site. It'll be a full 5v5 retake, which actually, in this scenario, could work better for Purdue Black. The Rolling Thunder is excellent in these sorts of scenarios. And Saiguchi, I mean, you're going to have a hard time getting past Vito. The trap wire's still there and everything.
This might be big as well, and that's just through the trap wire. Now they know they're actually watching for the flank, but gun out at the ready, the rolling thunder like you were talking about. And beautiful flood, double peeking on heaven, not letting it caught this time. And finally, oh my god, how do you not die? Davey, once again, with 2 taking 1 more, the hardest fury is good enough to take the 3rd.
Armor has no
And
health.
what looked like a beautiful flood retake might be going away. This holding it. Smoke to dissipate. The spray this time, they'll actually have it. He's gonna have to get off. And Armor gets 1 more. Does he have the time? No.
Such a valiant effort there by Purdue. They do almost everything right. They deal with the flank. They use the Rolling Thunder to get on the site. But the one quick hiccup is the player playing in short, and the Hunter's Fury from NZ3 clutches it out, deals so much damage. Oh man, what a round from both teams. Illini squeaking through that by the skin of their teeth.
I saw our reactions on that, and I'm glad we felt the exact same. Because that felt illegal. That shouldn't have happened.
That's nasty, man.
Yeah,
That can be a momentum killer too. Purdue Black, they need to just go next, right? One of the most important things in Valorant is your mental. You can't let rounds like that get to you. You have to keep your head in the game.
Ooh. That was a beautiful shot from NZ3. The good trade from Dex to make sure the site just can't get taken a sandwich at this time.
Spike spotted too.
And so with that trade as well, it'll force Illini away from A finally, so not being able to take the site as cleanly. And now I wonder, because if Saiguchi actually gets this pick, he'll be able to easily look to walk into B as he'll have garage control, but Vito playing it patient.
And I think Vito actually snuck past the camera here. He's on his own cam right now, though. You got to be careful. The timing doesn't work out for him at all. Oh, he was potentially in a very deadly position, but now, I mean, the C site's free and clear. 3 players left. Honestly, I'd kind of like to see Purdue Black go for a save. I don't think there's going to be much of a chance in a 3v4 that they're going to win this, especially against the kill contract from Swag Puppy.
They haven't really saved yet, so I'm imagining they'll look to try to at least retake here, because it's 3v4. It's still doable.
It's winnable. It's just really hard.
It is a bit tougher for sure. So they'll answer first up, a C-Link. And Davey this time taking first contact. They line up for him, and Davey, the last round again, he saved it, and again taking 2 in quick succession. Pushing Illini to 8. You're running away with his half.
Illini
Esports Blue have gotten everything they've wanted on their attacking side so far. If they lost the next 2 rounds, they would still be very happy with how the first half has gone on Haven. Purdue gonna have 1 more gun round, and I mean, this one will determine if the game is really recoverable. 4-8 you can make it back from. I mean, and I would say 9-3, but the problem is Purdue Black, if they lose this one, they're going to be broke again, so they won't have good weapons for the last round. So then we're looking potentially at a 10-2, and that is almost unwinnable.
Here.
It's a tough call for sure, but you know, we've seen bigger comebacks elsewhere, but this might not be. Moscovici with a beautiful start to shut down Davey, who's been destroying the hopes of Purdue in the past 2 rounds. I'll take that trade. And Saiguchi, not anticipating anybody playing that far up, punished for the zealousness. And finally, we'll see Purdue start off at an advantage.
That was a really great read by Saiguchi and Vito, too. I mean, not by Saiguchi, by Moscovici and Vito. They know that Saiguchi has been loving to lurk up C there. Now, meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the A site has been taken by Illini. Dex again gonna go for those shock darts. I mean, some chip damage isn't bad. You gotta live here though, Dex. Gotta maintain that 5v3.
It's tough though as they spot the one by hell. So Dex will just be able to easily ping that one out. And so if there's double swing, it should be easy pickings. And there we go. Dex spotted and Moscovici on for the ace. We'll clean that up, and there it is. Moscovici taking all 5 to push Purdue to 3.
Absolutely insane round for Moscovici from start to finish. Gets the insane pick to get the spike. They're even going to give him the defuse here to get the Blade Storm up. Then pivots over to C, gets the read onto Saiguchi, and then just,
Last round
cleaning
in the
house, coming back into A. Those are the sorts of rounds you can see now why Purdue Black in the early game here on their defense were going for aggressive rounds. Why Moscovici was pushing into sewers and sewers over and over again, and when he pushed out C Long with all of the utility behind him. Obviously, Purdue Black trust their duelist, and with rounds like that, makes sense to me.
Indeed, Moscovici has been the savior in many rounds. Easy to get the first two. Tons of first engagement, first bloods, but the 4v5s have been tough for them to recover from nonetheless, though. Illini looking at flood take this seat. It's all 5 in, and it's all being down. Should be able to catch one. There it is. Gets the breach and almost did not have that. But on the other end, Vito taking Saiguchi, so they'll pop out in a 4v4.
Spike planted.
4v4, very playable. Hunter's Fury here to clear players on the site. Owl Drone's gonna spot that there's 3 still here, and yeah, you gotta let the Hunter's Fury rip.
Oh, there we go. Actually put them on the outside side. With Swag Puppy as well, taking the angle to take 3. And a 2v1 is Dex left. He'll peek around the darts. That's why everybody just yets an NZ3. Not aware of the position with the smoke allowing it to pop into the corner. Leaving them in 1. Time not on his side. It's Davey West the clutch. Paranoia not available with both shot darts on the other. He has to clear this. Knows this is a fake. He's got to hold. Peeks it again. And Davey, there it is. Swings out. Shoots the delays just enough. And clutches for Illini.
A good effort by Dex there at the very end, but time unfortunately wasn't on his side. And Purdue Black, I think they had the right idea in that last round, but the order of operations was wrong. They get the 1 tag onto Chico Man, but the rest of Purdue Black, other than Dex, who's using the Hunter's Fury, in my opinion, goes a little bit too early. I think it would have been better to let the Hunter's Fury clear some corners for you and potentially get tags. That way, you enable the players who are pushing onto site to best take advantage and best have good gunfights. But because they go before the Hunter's Fury really has any effect, they end up losing their fights, and Dex is left in a practically unwinnable situation. Now Purdue Black, I mean, 9-3, any cursors out there? I'm not really a fan of the 9-3 curse theory, but if you're a Purdue Black fan, you're hoping for a 9-3 curse.
Indeed, you are, my friend, and this is where it has to happen. It all starts right here with this pistol. Tripwire should be more than enough to stop them, but Saiguchi backs away and starts the peeking, and the kind of half and half forces them in a position where he doesn't get to anybody at all. Leaves them now with a 4v5 on site. Illini looking to run back in through C. All 5 of them are playing here, Paul.
It's a very forward position, but it's good for a pistol round, and it means they'll be able to trade each other. But if they get caught by flashes or util, this can fall apart quickly.
Exactly that. And there's the flash. With none more left, they're gonna have to just drive peeking past the smoke. There's a second now in. Moscovici ready to play entry. Spam through the smoke. But no one actually found. It walks right into the crosshair. And all 3 of them stay inside the smoke and choose to fall on the sword.
All right, breath of fresh air for Purdue Black. Really nice pistol round there. Good work by Dex and Moscovici playing together. Even if Moscovici dies there, I think it's still a good round for Purdue Black because Moscovici gets caught by the trap wire. I mean, it was very possible that Saiguchi was going to be able to cleave his head off, but unfortunately couldn't quite hit the shots. And even if he did, I still think Purdue Black were in a very almost assuredly winnable position there. Now Moscovici, I mean, going into round 2, full armor Vandal, you gotta feel good about it.
Exactly. This is great for them. And we were saying that this was like a round they needed as well, just to ensure that they wouldn't just get overtaken completely. Davey though, with a shorty.
Hello?
Taking 2 is so illegal, bro. No shot, but might just be the 2. As the rest of the team can't find any prosperous angles.
One enemy remaining.
And I might be a liar. NZ3 with a stinger. Stopping them on their track with a swag puppy, but they have the spike. They don't have to do anything here. They just have to wait. Vito is at 17 health. You could throw a booger at him and he will die, bro.
Yeah, all you need is some seasonal allergies, and Vito will not be feeling good.
And a proper finger, maybe a nail too large. And the faith of God in you. As Vito tries to dodge anything he can. Won't find it. NZ3 to clean up.
Dude, no shot. Both anti-ecos have gotten flipped this map. That's absolutely absurd. Both teams flipping the other team's anti-eco on there. That's just wrong, man. That's wrong. And I mean, Purdue Black, I gotta be honest, the comms there must have been a little bit tricky, to say the least. I don't know how Davies getting a second one with the shorty after he bodies Moscovici running into the smoke. Look, one there against the shorty. Whatever, it's a shorty play. You know, it's gimmicky. It's gonna happen. But two? How's it get Dex? How's it not get comms?
Two is so illegal.
And now they're going for an eco too, man. That means Purdue Black are gonna have to play basically 8 perfect rounds in a row to try and win this map, assuming they lose this one.
It's possible the spam works.
Davey just has Moscovici's number, man. That's a tough matchup.
That's incredible.
Spike planted.
With where it stops and those smoke out of the fronts onto the fronts of B, but it'll leave them now playing ever so confident, running at them, baiting for the teammate. As NZ3 will farm one more eco, and to get their ults more online, Illini push themselves to 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good shot from Vito. At least there's a spike plant for Purdue Black, so they get a little bit more money.
Will they try the same old
But there is essentially no room for error now for Purdue Black. They cannot have rounds where they get caught off by shorties or judges. And once these ults come up, which a couple of them are very close, NZ3, 1 orb off the Hunter's Fury already. Things are going to get very tricky for Purdue Black.
That goes there. This goes here.
I don't know, Paul. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because this has to be where they find anything. But it's looking tougher and tougher as we go along. For now, they'll set themselves up in a 4-stack up onto A for Purdue Black.
Are they going to waterfall through sewer? No. Okay. A strange pivot here from Purdue Black, seeming to create their plan halfway through the round. They smoke A to try and get into sewer, but then change it and want to now bounce over to the other side of the map. But that's early info from the cam. Rotates should be on their way already for Illini Esports.
I mean, it has to be now that we look at anything well here, but the Vito with a clean first taken. Illini will still get the plant down, though.
Spike
That's
planted.
Chico, man. But actually, this position could be massive. He doesn't get spotted considering he's holding down a garage. But the rest of the team coming in. They've chosen to fuck through C-Link quite often. And previously on the pistol, that was where the demise was. But smoking on now this time, big flash, second taking no support. Chico, man, taking the entry himself, the flash, but nonetheless, they'll repeat the angle. I think we'll get one more. And Vito, with 3 on the garage, will keep Purdue in the game.
Nice round from Purdue Black. A little bit squeezy on their rotation, but they managed to pull one over on Illini. Illini didn't rotate nearly as quickly as they could have. Really caught off by that owl drone that was sent sewers a little bit late by Dex. So nice work there from Purdue Black. And of course, Vito on another nasty flank. Vito's been doing it all the time. I mean, even did it at the very beginning of their defense. And now it looks like we are going to get a fast A. That is a lot of pings on the A site, but a heavy site stack as well. Both duelists on this site. We're in for an early fight.
Indeed, we are. I mean, let's see if they do actually take the engagement. But
Whoa.
they slow it down. What? Okay. They're playing careful. They don't want to get spotted by the darts, so they'll choose just to back off here. I like the respect being given over.
But is it too much respect? Now Purdue Black own most of the map. They have all the information they could want. And they're going to spot, again, that the trap wire and the camera setup is the same in garage. So Vito's just going to stay on the lurk, see if he can catch Saiguchi, get rid of this cam, rob them of more information. And look, you can see already players getting pulled away from the A. The teleport out. Purdue Black have played this excellently. And they're going to have a free A site as their reward.
Bravo. A smoke in as well, dash down. And we're going to play full retake here. Outside of Illini. As they allow the A site to be open. They have the Hunter's Fury here to look to open up the site to get the camp possibly with Moscovici. Watch the angle. Should be past the drone. Repositioning the flash as well. No one actually looking to rush in past it, but they'll take having control. And now with this, they'll spot where Moscovici is. But this will be tough, though. That's one taking Saiguchi up top. Will take what they can, but unfortunately, disjointed take will mean that they'll get a couple of picks. They'll suck a 2v3, and with time not on their side right now, Illini will choose to save.
A good save here from Illini. I mean, there's just no world. Even if they win all the gunfights, you can't do it in time to actually defuse the spike as well. Great hold by Purdue Black. Moscovici, I think, really playing on a knife's edge there, but manages to not get sliced up into ribbons. I thought once Chico Man was up in heaven, that was going to be the winning position, but he's not quite able to actually get the angle on Moscovici and jumps into the window and stands there where the entire site can see him, and he gets carved up. Meanwhile, Moscovici is demolishing anyone who walks into the site from Defender Connector. Purdue Black fighting back, but still a long way to go here, Ravish.
Like you're saying, a decent bits, but round by round is what they need, and this is exactly it. As they'll force them on ecos, but getting anti-eco as well would be deeply unideal, as they have been previously.
I mean, that'd be a map ender, right? Like, your mental's a little boomed, if nothing else.
I would be sad, honestly. Maybe disappointed, right? As like,
And
yeah.
We're talking about potential thrifties. For a second, I thought Purdue Black were leaning to B. It looks like they're going to change it up. They don't quite know where they want to go just yet. But now that they've gotten that pick on NZ3, I imagine the A side is calling to them.
I mean, let's see. Right, because previously they were spotted by the darts, so they chose to reposition and go back. But considering where they're at right now, there's only one person on site. He's tucked all the way in the corner. That's being Chico Man. Should we call into his team? Spotted by the darts. No, yeah. The second wasn't enough. All right, I pray for you here, but doesn't get the deco down in time. Position impossible. Chico down. A spike goes down as well too. In a 3v5, Illini will hope to get one pick if they can, possibly. Two is ideal, but seems as though that Purdue are ready and waiting for the rest of them to just fall in their arms.
And Purdue, if they win this flawlessly, that's going to be a big boost to their spirits, because now they should have money pretty much the rest of the game. Regardless if they lose the next 2 rounds or fight back into overtime or near overtime. They actually could win outside of overtime too, technically, if they win every single round from here. But either way, Purdue are going to be good on economy. The same cannot be said for Illini. They are buying up into this round, despite the fact that it's going to be a Judge for Saiguchi, a Guardian for Davey, just Regen Armor 2. This is getting a little bit tricky for Illini. I feel like Illini have been a little bit too reactive on the map, and Purdue Black have been ping-ponging them around on the defense. Now, finally Illini going to be a little bit more proactive, but... Oh, okay, not to their detriment, actually.
Yeah. But, you know, it's 2 rounds of defense what they need, but they haven't been able to string them together, especially... I mean, we said it before, Paul. This is the attacker-sided map. So, seems as though things seem to be leading towards that direction. There's the Hunter's Fury as well to slow down the plants. Then the second tag is on to Jack. The third, I believe, also taken. So, we'll delay down what Purdue wants to get done. And a slow take off the ult. The bulk shot darts landing, not able to delay the plant this time. And a 4v2 Illini. There's 2 people on site where they've got to stop. A paranoia counter at both ends. Saiguchi up top takes the first, and hell cleared. Will finally push Illini to match point.
Yeah, good effort there by Purdue Black, but Illini just have everything that they need. The paranoia is nicely timed by Armor, and Dex makes a good call after they lose out in grass. Hey, if there's 3 people here fighting us, that means nobody's on A, so they're at least able to get the spike down. But it's just too tall of a task to ask those 2 players to be able to win that out. Paranoia thrown the other way means Armor has no idea that the recon dart has completely revealed his position. He gets chopped to bits. And now Purdue Black need 5 perfect rounds in order to send us to overtime on this first map. The silver lining is this is Illini Esports Blues map pick. So even if you lose here, Purdue Black, it's not done and dusted. But you'd hope for a closer match than 12-7.
Naturally, right? Because especially considering, you know, you had a great start in the second half, that although it was 9-3, right? Round after round, it did seem entirely possible, but fortunately something slipped away from them. It's not even as though that the picks are what's actually stopping them. But speaking of which, Vito once again
Dude,
early
you can't outflank
pick.
Vito, man. That is the flanking guy. He knows if you're going for it. Now you might be able to outflank Armor and
Camera
Moscovici.
taken out.
No way, no way. Oh, that's so nice. The second also taken, like you're saying, Saiguchi removes two as they wanted to look to take C. And he reflags, comes back, sets up on the angle. Vito getting flanked, his second also in front of him. The gifted four, he runs out of bullets, but Saiguchi almost took the entire team. Left in the 3v1. Now, Jack, that was a nice shot, but all it will be is just one of those. You get sandwiched in between. Illini take Haven.
Just a really nice map from Illini Esports. A little bit of a dip on the start of their defense as they're getting their footing underneath them. Didn't quite seem to know what was happening on the map a couple of times there on their defense. But otherwise, I mean, their attacking side was just about as clean as you could ever hope for. Despite the fact that they lose the anti-eco. Like, they got the pistol, lost the anti-eco, and still won the half 9-3. Only dropped one actual gun versus gun round on their attacking side. I mean, we're almost always able to muscle their way into the positions they wanted with the Yoru and the ISO, and didn't have any trouble dealing with Purdue's aggressive pushes at the very beginning of the map. I think had those gone the other way, we're looking at a very close map here, but because Illini were so disciplined in the first few rounds, I mean, they just made it look trivial to run away with this game.
Exactly that, right? Because, you know, that 9-3 of the first half, though, especially with the consistent first engagements that you saw out of this team, right? We saw like NZ3. Wow, he was 19-13. Wow, dude, that was impressive first half. But I mean, I was looking a lot at Swag Puppy. He was able to, you know, take almost 2 or 3 almost every single round of these engagements. But on the other end, actually, Moscovici, and after an ace like that, and being fearless enough to push out a garage so often, you definitely gotta give it to him, though. Well played on both sides.
But that ace is the only gun round that Purdue Black won on their defense, though. That's kind of crazy to think about, right? And it's not because I think Purdue Black were doing a lot of things right. It's just into the composition they were playing against, it doesn't quite work. In a mirror match, if Illini Esports had also been playing like the old school classic jet comp, I think that Purdue Black would have been having a very good time. But because you're going into the Yoru that has the shields, I'm sorry, the ISO that has the shields, the Yoru that is able to teleport away or clone or do all of these different things, those early plays just didn't quite work out on the defense, and they weren't able to come up with much of anything. On their attack, I mean, we saw Purdue Black actually did a fairly good job. They were shooting about par for where you would want score-wise on their attacking side. They just didn't get to play as much of their attack. Exactly
that, right? So it was a tough time nonetheless, though, but a closer one in the second. But we'll see what Bind has for us now. You know, we'll take a couple of bit, Paul. You know, like, I need some water. I need to sit down for a second. My small legs hurt, and so does my bald head. So you know what, bro? Why don't y'all take 5 as well, too? We'll be back in a little bit, all right? Thanks.
Should go to the doctor.
I'm cold steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said don't suffer no fools. Serpents daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be your weapon. Come cold blood, selfish. Your words are painless. I like when I drive and feel so dangerous. They say I'm a red flag, 'cause they want it so bad. You should know I'm holding on to what I have. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be your weapon. I stand back and I watch you explore in perfect visions like I've been here before. Falling faster, I try to ignore. I see you, I see you. I'll let you drag me to hell if you hold my hand. Tell me this is real and it will never end.
Welcome back, homies. I hope you had a nice long rest. I had some hair grow back on my head, and I feel taller already as you look to head back into some more Valor action right here between Purdue and Illini. I'm Ravish. That's Paul. What's that, dude?
Well, I'm glad your quote bald head has stopped. I guess it was just growing pains, just like hair growing pains instead of the traditional kind.
My entire life is growing pains because I'm 5'7". Anyways,
right,
that was 13-7.
If you are just joining us, you missed an honestly pretty good map. Purdue definitely struggled to find their footing, but once they did in the second half, made it more competitive than we originally thought. Illini Esports Blue really solid on their map pick, though. But now we're going to go to Bind, and this is a very different kind of playstyle from Haven. Haven, you got to bounce all over the map. You got to be watching all these angles. You got to be, over here, over there, rotation. Bind is much more static. You sit there, and you stop the attacking team from executing, or the whole attacking team, you all go together, and you all run into the site. It's much more execute and post-plant heavy than Haven is a lot of the time. It's about success in the first engagement, success in the early round, especially when it comes to collegiate teams.
Yeah, like Bind is tooling entry, tooling exit.
Yep.
There's not a lot of options that you have as both attackers and defenders. It's either you hold the site and win your engagement, or you all die as 5. That's it. Usually, like it's just that simple. Especially because with the agent select and the agents that we'll see on this map in a little bit, right? Kind of all leads to that because they all have big explosive ults, literally, like fire from the sky or a big rocket or Gecko. Sometimes.
Which does bring me to an interesting topic, is going into our second map, what might the comps look like? Obviously, we've seen, at least on our first map, Illini Esports had a much more modern composition versus Purdue Blacks, which was a bit more classic. And we've been having a lot of that discussion on Bind in the Valorant community too. Obviously, if you want to go for like the really control-heavy style, you can do the Raze, Brim, double controller with the Viper and everything. You can really just lock down sites. But we've seen some teams start to play around with that. Things like Waylay get in the mix, some double duelist. Yoru is a big one. Chico back on it. No surprises there. And here, we have mirror compositions. We've got the double duelist Raze Yoru and a full mirror here.
Wow. Okay, that's surprising with the mirror comp that we have, and the specific kind of it too. I was expecting Yoru Raze, especially because just how popular Yoru is and just how good Yoru is, right? Fade, I was thinking could be a toss depending on, whether you want even your breaches or even a KO. I love me a KO.
Yeah. And this is why we actually see a substitute for Purdue Black. Dex actually gets subbed out here, and I believe it's because they want Allure to be playing the Yoru. That's maybe something that's not so much in Dex's wheelhouse. So Allure comes in to play the Yoru. Jacked goes from the Flash Initiator to the Info Initiator on the Fade. Not really a role swap, but just a role a role mini shift at that. And Purdue Black starting off on the attack. This is going to be a big test for them. They wanted to play aggressively when we were on Haven. Can they maintain that kind of pace and success in the early round that we saw on their attack the other side? They've already taken a bite out of NZ3.
I mean, it depends here, right? Considering how I'd look to just kind of rush into A here as they're playing pretty deep into showers of 2, waiting for anyone to push that against them. And Swag Puppy could be the person that they're waiting to meet, but to contact up, here's the jump spot as well. There's a smoke goes down to allow them to enter and get some shadow control onto A. The gate crash is out, allowing for a quick exit if needed, but the rest of the team now comes in. They'll plan neutral. Swag Puppy as well should see what the rest of the team is. That's 1 second taken in quick succession. Not ready for him to be anywhere near them. And a fantastic start for the rest of the team, leaving them in a 3v3. But here comes the Illini.
But the smokes are about to completely run out. Everybody's going to be able to see everybody. And Saikuchi should still have a bunch of fade util. This gets very difficult for Purdue to hold.
Exactly, that was armor not got as well too. Season peak with all the end, the double box as well. Sight not able to be held at all. And Purdue get picked off 1 by 1.
I've got a pro and I've got a con for Purdue on that round. I thought they did an excellent job waiting out the defender utility and coordinating their attacks from both short and showers. They got the spike down, everything looked good and clean for a solid 5v5. And then for some reason, 2 players pushed into the smoke and looked like they wanted to fight back sight. I don't know why you're doing that on a pistol round. You don't have the utility to try and get aggressive past your own smokes and go into the defender's territory like that. It was too risky, and Swag Puppy's able to punish them. Now, Illini Esports Blue, I mean, hey, they're picking up right where they left off, Bish.
Indeed, they are. A good start, but remember, we saw Thrifty both times on both teams' halves, so I wonder if that can be recreated.
If we get 3 anti-eco flips in a row in this series,
awesome.
I'll lose my mind.
Dude, that's be awesome. I will grow my hair back, bro. You're so sick.
Gonna hold you to that.
Ooh,
okay, well,
I mean,
maybe I won't have to.
May not happen. You're right. But it's just the initial with the outlaw, so you know that you can just easy farm stuff with those. That I imagine if you are the Rays, you want to get your showstop on as fast as possible as 4 meander around the B site.
Very patient here from Illini Esports. And it's going to be pretty uncommon, even with a comp where, you know, you have the Rays, you have the Yoru, even the C's nades can be really nice combos. I don't think we're going to see Illini do anything too ambitious this entire defensive half. I think they are going to be more than happy to hold these angles, especially with that Outlaw, this Guardian. I mean, those are such good long-range weapons.
Exactly, speaking of the Guardian, though. Right at headshot angle. A lure knock found.
What is the Caterpillar doing here?
I mean, but just allows them to not even walk onto sight, but it's enough of a distraction to allow them to get 2.
One enemy
That's
remaining.
crazy through the smoke and Swag Puppy.
What is going on?
That is disgusting. Taking 4. He's doing it all by himself. Noy with the final list sees the Lord of the Ace given over to him. Oh my god.
Never have I seen a round so quickly go from it's so over to we're so back to it's so over again.
Again?
I mean, the first pick from Swag Puppy, just clinical. And then somehow, what was that shot through the smoke, man? Just pure dry fire into the smoke. Dude's 8-0 on round 2.
Yeah,
Already has the
showstopper.
showstopper. I mean,
Yeah.
things can get very bad very quickly for Purdue Black here. I mean, they're looking at a round that's not only like, hey, you're probably going to take a lot of damage in this round. This is a round that's straight up difficult to win now for Purdue Black, that they're going into a showstopper.
Yeah, I mean, if this was just match the 5 value, though, is the issue. But Illini may have found the read early on. They have triple stats A and Chico, man. We first up in the showers, not gonna little peek it here. Has Gate Crash ready and waiting. And there goes the fake. Swag Puppy actually manages to find a lure past the fake. So they leave them without their initial duelist. And through past shadow control and through smokes, they at least get the spike down and bait out the showstopper. That is big.
The odds that Purdue can win this round have just skyrocketed. Still 4v5, but they have the better guns. Moscovici is a little bit caught out here, though, and that Outlaw is going to keep him locked in place. And you're walking straight into a Bucky. No! No! Why?
No way, dude. No way. They'll just take 2 past that Swag Puppy again. Catches 1 in the corner. And they'll pelt them 2 with the Bucky is insane. He was...
All right.
Yeah.
You know what I just said last round? I lied. I've never seen a round like this one that was more... It's so over, we're so back, it's so over. I mean,
was tethered.
The first pick was tough, but then he was tethered and still gets 2 with the Bucky. I mean, you don't need to go anywhere. You're not locked. He's not locked in there with you. You're locked in there with him, man. Oh, brother, that's tough. Now 3-0, a bonus round converted. The Outlaw gets chucked over to Chico. Swag Puppy on just a burner, still hasn't died. And back to an eco for Purdue.
Tough goings right now.
And it's another round we've seen twice now already. While this eco is going on, I mean, they're just gonna get slaughtered probably. Well, that's the second round in a row on A where Purdue Black did an excellent job of getting all the control they needed and then picked the wrong time to try and aggress somewhere. They did not need to push into lamps there. They did not need to try and go for that pick on NZ3 when they didn't have the information. But they get a little bit too antsy, and they push, and they get punished for it, just like they did on the pistol against Swag Puppy in the smoke.
Exactly that, because like you're saying, they already had Spike down, so they could have just looked to hold by neutral, or hold by, or also hold by
They could
short
have
as
retreated
well.
into short, yeah.
Yeah,
They had the better
and
guns.
just wait for the rest to come in. Even yo, chill at triple, bro. You
Now-
guys have showers. But
Now in this
nonetheless, I
round, Purdue
digress.
are changing it up entirely. They're going for a 5-player default. They're
better.
fishing around a map to see what they can do. I like the adjustment here from Purdue. They also have excellent ults, so they don't want to make any decision. They don't want to commit to a site before they know that they can get value. Because the Orbital Strike and the Nightfall have to work for Purdue Black.
For Purdue now, though, they'll play 3-2. But with them currently having to face the wall onto B, there's just one around the corner. So also being smoked out by Hookah will mean that they'll have to delay the entry as the rest of the team does make their way in. There's the Nightfall you're mentioning. Sees one ping. Davey gets the ping off the Haunt. So taking one second. What was that shot?
One enemy remaining.
Saiguchi though comes around on elbow and takes out the rest coming through Hookah. A disgusting hole that should have never happened. And Purdue get all caught.
Fido just left.
30 seconds left.
Left wondering what was happened to the rest of his team.
You know that
Yeah.
meme of John Travolta in
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction, yeah, just looking around.
Yeah, absolutely. That is what's going on here.
That's tough. Look at Viper with her deep green eyes. How gorgeous.
10
Do you have games
seconds
on your phone?
left.
Yeah, you got games on your phone. Excuse me. Yo, where my hug at?
No. Woof. All right. Thank you for the adjustment there. All right. That's a tough round for Purdue Black. They invest the Nightfall and are a little bit overconfident in how effective the Nightfall is going to be. I think more utility would have served them well. A paint shell into some corners, clearing some angles. Just more utility than just the Nightfall. A slow waterfall out the smoke, even with the benefit of all of Purdue or all of Illini's sound being gone. Just not quite strong enough.
For now, a similar approach to last time, besides the 2v2, it's what they had early on previously. The smoke of the snake bite stopping the entry once again with Davey watching the angle. The entry on Suzuka stopped once more as the smoke dissipates. It allowed the rest of the team to come in. Vito getting caught on A.
Yeah.
And now the rest of the team's gonna be sandwiched inside here. But Saguchi cleared out of elbow, big flash. Davey this time will have to retreat as Chico Man and the rest of the team are all getting picked off here. Illini overheating a tad and getting punished, but still a 3v3. And they still have the Brimstone ult to slow them down, but they'll all retreat towards A.
The teleport here might not be quick enough. The Orbital Strike can stop the plant, but doesn't go for it. Saves it instead. No, he goes for it, but it's too late.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late, but you saw where they actually exited from, so knows both over by neutral, not tethered here at all. And, oh wait, that Molly might be big for us. You hold them out of showers. Take a look to peek at the U-Haul easily. As one gets wall banged. And the rest are on the corner. NZ3 with the backup of his duelist will ensure the defusal of the spike and push them to 6-0.
Good attempt there by Purdue Black. I thought the rotation was well done. But that was a round where they didn't have much firepower. Let's keep in mind that was basically an eco for Purdue. So I think all things considered, they do a little bit of damage and they get out of that. Not that damage is going to matter at this point. I mean, 6 rounds in a row. Illini Esports, they have retirement money at this point. This has to be the round for Purdue. Showstopper, Dimensional Drift, Orbital Strike. You could hardly ask for 3 better alts to attack with. Dimensional Drift should be the setup. Allure should go in and give his team all the information. Then Moscovici should be the next line of approach. An Orbital Strike well positioned, giving him space. That has to be the order of operations.
Well, that's already the first stop. So they see into the Dimensional Drift as to where they're at. He actually commits a TP to be right at the back of the site. That was a bit of a Melons moment, but eventually Saiguchi just managed to claim his victim. And the last from here, that was tough on itself with Moscovici getting one back, so allowing them to have some semblance of hope as to where they wanted to reposition to, and being once again, they get out of there. Spike once again slowed down, and they have to pick a site to try to get into.
There are options here. 58 seconds remaining. Vito still hanging around on B is going to go for the slow clear, and a quick teleport play is possible by Purdue. Now there's a long angle being held, by NZ3, shutting them out away from the teleporter. Jack is going to have to go the long way now. And because this has taken so long, yes, Vito is going to be able to get in. His position is now known, and he doesn't know there's a player still hiding in garden.
This is big from their end, though. Asha Saiguchi is decently low, so it's waiting for the tap on the spike. As it is planned, they have no idea that he's there. They have to clear out everything. That's one. The second not found.
Planted.
It looks to just use the haunt. See the position, realizing he is Jen, and Jack alone, stuck, scared, and dead.
Really nice from Illini Esports Blue there. Not only do they completely shut down the attack, but they're even ready for the same pivot. They nearly got caught off guard in the previous round by that teleporter play, but they leave Swag Puppy over on A to stop everything. NZ3 gets into a perfect position. Heaven, everything on A is covered, and Purdue Black are just a little bit too slow. Really unfortunate for Allure. Allure, that play looks really silly. What happens is he goes and he clears through the site, but he goes straight from hookah to defender spawn doorway. So when he's wrapping around through elbow, he's coming out of the Dimensional Drift and just has straight up no idea that Saiguchi is there before the animation starts.
You know what to do.
Early Orbital Strike to start off the round and clear out the site? It's not a bad idea.
It could be a very fast one into lamps, but you have to go fast off the back of this.
And there it is. Well, NZ3 should put down a smokes of his own. The better about the angle to but Chico Man not covered, also stuck in showers. Swag Puppy will need a trade, but doesn't match to get him. Chico Man's will take the second. Sees what the rest of them are. Now Molly, again doing enough in Dimensional Drift to scope out the rest of the team. Spike is down and ticking, allowing NZ3 to get the exact angle as to find the rest of them here. Pops out of it. That was the second is the knife holder cuts down to 3v2. They have to go big here, but Saiguchi stops them in the tracks. Moscovici stuck, U-Haul taking over, and Jacked alone just can't do it.
Illini Esports are dotting their I's, crossing their T's. They're doing everything that they need to, and they are exploiting every single opportunity that Purdue gives them.
For their end. As I saw a hope, a single sliver, a possibility for the team. But they did unfortunately land themselves with, 3 ultimates taken, and
it's tough.
Nothing earned. It is tough.
Yeah, and Illini are just really good at exploiting every opportunity. I mean, that tiny crack in the smoke, the Dimensional Drift to get past the molly, and then using it as the info gathering tool to set your team up, it's excellent.
We'll see if it continues though. They have pit available for post plants or for the child control onto A if they want to. That is a beautiful shot from Vito. That's exactly what they need to open up the sites, but they won't scale off of it.
Purdue Black, because they had so many players towards sand, they didn't immediately go. And actually, this could end up working out for them. The timing here, Chico has a gate crash to try and rotate back to B. So if he feels pressure, he doesn't get this pick. Oh, he does, though. And now he's good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful start for Chico as well. They're not necessarily where they're coming from showers either. So yeah, he has to watch both angles onto short, but he got the one. I mean that they could take their time. The spray, he leaves him so low. And this op is going to be the crucifix for this team, just having to play and clear every single angle slow.
Showstopper here is going to be nasty.
There it is. Goes wide. Unlucky timing.
Wait, and now the pit can get expanded, although your Viper's very low.
Satchel out.
Yeah,
Vito has to be so careful. The blast pack.
It's enough.
Satchel out.
Stops them. Okay. Doesn't land. They've delayed this plants 4 times in a row, and they do it again. They have 10 seconds to commit the nightfall to ensure they can't do it one more time. It's 4 seconds to plants. They just can't do it. They get denied 6 times. Oh, I'd be tilted.
The pressure from Illini is insufferable. Absolutely nasty there, dude. The constant blast pack. Wait for it. Blast pack. Wait for it. Other stuff. I mean, absolutely not. Just everything. Other stuff. Every other stuff. All the stuff. Haunt, sees. I mean, the molly's coming through. The smokes. Even with a good position, Allure in a strong spot back sight, trying to punish Swag Puppy. Even that's not enough. I mean, Swag Puppy's only died twice, man.
Bro, they're out of using cutting words, bro. Just insult them into knots. Like planting.
-1 DA.
Rolled the 4, but hurt him just enough because he's sensitive. Nonetheless,
Armor down. No more smokes here.
Oh, that's tough. Good trade though from Vito, but it'll leave him at least in a situation where he's stuck in a U-Haul. He's cornered on both sides, and again, the plant's in a position where it just can't seem to go down. Not enough support at all. No one covering him. This is rough.
Illini Esports Blue are taking no prisoners, wasting no time. And I mean that. It feels like they have the full download at this point. They know every single time Purdue, if somebody shows their face, they can go for the fight. We have a tactical timeout here from Purdue Black. They're going to have 1 minute to collect themselves and try to pull this back from 10-0.
I mean, they've got to do something, right? Because after this, the best you're hoping for is to get minimum 2, right? To give yourself a bit of a hope in this game.
Yeah.
But the big thing is, right, we've been pointing out they have the pits, and they've just got to stop running at bay.
The pit isn't even necessarily useful depending on what site you hit. I mean, if Vito just flips the coin wrong and comes up tails when he called heads, then NZ3 is going to be on the same site and have the orbital strike to basically counteract the pit.
Exactly that, right? So you can just...
Our observer showing us what Purdue Black have to do right now, which is put their heads together.
Our observer showing us what people look like who are taller than me and what they seem.
I mean, we do have confirmation. One of these teams is all 5'10", which is taller than both of us, Ravish.
This is what our producer Adam sees when he looks at me, bro.
Only if he was, you know, squatted down.
Point is that the operator has been a menace.
Yeah, Chico's been nasty with it too.
Yeah, he's taking pick after pick, just trying anything they want to get done. And Davey as well hasn't been forced on the site, but I feel as though I'm in deja vu once again, as this has been the exact take that we've seen pretty consistently on 50-50.
It's been this hookah smoke. The hookah smoke has been a killer for Purdue Black every time they try to break it. Whenever they try and go fast through it, they get slaughtered.
Has to be now though. Let's see if they can try to get past it. If anything, there's the flash. They don't see him, but they're actually check him either, but he can't get anything else. The clone saves his life. It's surely not out in time. NZ3 stuck by himself. What was that shot? But he shoots the leg of the second, almost taking 3 in quick succession. And Swag Puppy left in a 1v2. Spike finally gets planted. Purdue, a lifeline found. But for how much longer? There's a dimensional drift. He has to use flash to get out. It has to be now. He sees him meandering around. He's checking him. He's trying to scare him. The nade over the top. 12 bullets. I believe he saw his gun barrel here as well too. the shoulder. He has to waste his time. Allure. It is just he just has to delay. He has to stop. He's playing mind games with him. Swag Puppy's falling for it. He switched guns 3 times. He's playing gun game at this point. You've got to run at him or you got to defuse, brother. The pressure is on you, not on him. And he chooses to leave.
No way.
No way.
How is that the first round on the board for Purdue? And Allure doesn't even make it out of the spot. I can't believe it.
Last round before
Absolutely absurd. Allure there, knife out, tiptoeing around the site. Dude is playing, I mean, call him Twinkle Toes, man. How does he get away with that? And using the dimensional drift in the first place. I mean, what a opening for Swag Puppy. He's only got to worry about fighting one player. He gets armor. There's no world in which Allure should be able to win that, dude. Absolutely playing with Swag Puppy's mind. Dude, it doesn't matter if you're 18-2. That something like that can quickly send you spiraling.
Dude, I would punch my desk.
Dude, you know what you need? You need the Benny Hill theme for that, dude.
Legitimately.
I mean, that's what was going on, man.
And
now
that's
Purdue
when
Black,
there's
they're a
both.
player down, but they have the. We gotta get back in the game.
Yeah, exactly. They'll use the ult as well too, as he forces him out of U-Haul. And get him out of the pit here as well too. Sees him up top. How does he not get him? Gets him with a stinger. Ends the 3 to clean up. Sees one, bang. That's enough. That's one. But he pops out, chooses the wrong angle. And the Illini will push themselves to 11.
Dude, I know it's 11-1. As far as I'm concerned, Allure is winning the game. Just on like Swag Puppy specifically. That's 2 rounds in a row where he has just absolutely been ridiculous and it worked. Like the running gun with the stinger there, that's insulting, man. Oh, it's so funny. Gotta love these teams. Gotta love collegiate Valorant. Teams always playing their hearts out, even when the odds are nearly insurmountable. Pistol here has got to be the name of the game for Ravish, or for Ravish too, but for Purdue Black Ravish. Yeah, you got to win the pistol. Get in there.
You're right, bro. Let me hop in the server. I mean, if Allure can do it, why can't I, bro? He may be 3-11, but he's my GOAT, bro.
Oh, that was so funny. All right. We'll see if Purdue Black can take another pistol round. They did win one back on Haven. If they do, they can possibly extend the series, but they're going to get an aggressive play right in their face.
And Allure extends this off to 5. That was huge from him, and this is why I said my GOATs ready and waiting to get more and more picks. And Purdue Black on the defensive, play aggressive, take down all 3. And Davey, I mean, he's got to look to see if he can get any more, but they're quite low here, though. So a couple body shots, that's very doable.
Yeah, even a 2v4 here, not unwinnable. The problem is the spike is in a really difficult spot, and there's actually a flank. There's a smoke right now concealing him.
He's watching, yeah.
Oh, good job. Nicely done by Saiguchi.
He's going to go towards B, but that's where the rest of them are. He's trying to fake them out to slow it down. Takes a shot. They could actually just TP here, so instead they'll move one over to the other side. And in fact, move both, anticipating a TP play. It's not going to happen. They're going to commit to B here, Paul, which is one around the corner. If Jack falls, it's a 2v2 with something very doable for Illini.
And he's got no health. Allure was one of the high health players, and now, I mean, Spotted just completely dominated. The TP actually going to potentially bite them. No, but they're too far. They don't hear the teleport go. Purdue Black are still committing. They still think it's B.
Wait, dude. They actually faked it out and get the spike down. It's a free site.
What a timing.
What a play. What a player. 2-2. And now from here, C is available. They have more than enough time to post themselves up comfortably. And they'll both be around triple, watching heaven.
They're very nearly playing a high-low here. This is really difficult for Purdue to break.
Last player standing.
Sees one. Davis sees him. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna get what you're saying. They're just so low. Even a leg shot with that Sheriff does just enough to kill them off here. And that's the tough part. He has util out, can't get it. It all goes wrong.
tough from Purdue Black. I really liked the way that they started that round. The aggressive play up B long went swimmingly. Allure carving through an unsuspecting Illini Esports. But then, like we've seen a couple of times for Purdue on this very map, they overstay their welcome a bit. You know, they bite off more than they can chew. And now, I mean, you got to just force. It is map and match point here. Illini Esports need one more round to win the series and deny Abyss from ever crossing our eye line.
Launching smoke.
See if it happens. Bonus underway. They have to clutch this and all stress right here. They'll get one. Oh, man. And Purdue trying to ensure they don't get overtaken completely. That Stinger putting in work. U-Haul control not going to be theirs. It's Saiguchi. Aldi gets 1 for 2 by the end of it, but still leaves them at a 3v4.
I don't think he meant to teleport.
Wait, what, bro? No way. With the Phantom, he does enough to actually get one back. They have no idea. They have no idea. They have no idea. Do they fall for it? No, they don't.
The spike just went through teleporter, but the other two players are in showers. They cannot rejoin Saiguchi.
They're just stuck. They can't get on the site. They'll have to run away. He has 2 health. From Davey, the angle. Oh, the whiff. No way. How does he get that?
But the plan here, the Purdue Black players are going to extremely outpace the Illini reinforcements. There's a world where they just roll over Saiguchi and defuse the spike.
They have to run the timing here, though. Saiguchi's waiting for them as well. He just sees them on top, one of the angle, Allure with the beautiful shots. The Phantom, there's just enough, and they've got to rush out of sights. They're defusing, they're defusing, they're defusing. It's just going to stop him. It's a half to seize the head angle. And Chico, man, nails it in the coffin with 2 health. Illini, 13-1. Arguably, but
No, you have to give it to them. You give them the 1. When they get Benny Hilled in a map of Valorant, you gotta give it to them. I mean, I feel like I've been saying it all day. Credit to Purdue, especially. It felt like on both maps, the longer the game went on, the more awake Purdue became. There were a couple rounds in those last like 5 or 6 that I really felt could have gone the other way, but. We have to give it to Esports Illini Blue. They were just dominant the whole day. Only in very specific, extremely awkward scenarios did they ever briefly lose control of the game, and then they were right back to it. Some silliness to be sure, but I mean, look at that from Swag Puppy, dude. The dude was on fire. I mean, only died, what was it, 2 times in the first 10 rounds? Just nuts.
He was 8-0 in the first 2, right? As showstopper by round 3.
Yeah.
And past that too, they were able to, get like 3v5s, 2v5s on a whim somehow. Being down numbers did not matter. But, a fun game to start off the second week. And this is why sometimes Collegiate is just so fascinating to watch your opponent. And naturally, it could not be possible with, of course, Wenzel's Farm, Extron, and Buy Blue Light. Big thanks to them for sponsoring our broadcast here. We love them, appreciate them. Much love. Of course, speaking of broadcast, though, we do have Marvel Rivals tomorrow, Rocket League Rainbow Six on Wednesday, League of Legends Thursday, and Overwatch 2 on Friday. Let's go, dude. I know, I'm sorry. But a stacked week of broadcast still, Paul. Any final thoughts you had, man?
I mean, I'm just so happy to be back with more NECC. The first 2 weeks have been spectacular, and we have so many more rounds to play. Even teams like Purdue that, are 0-2 right now, they're far from out of the action. So many excellent games to look forward to here, Avish.
Indeed, they are. So, y'all make sure to look forward to them. Tune back in every single weeknight. But until then, I've been Ravish and Ravish. Y'all have a good night. Peace.